Tonight, when we get the chance, we cut Tajmil loose. Hello, and welcome back to the Lost Legends of Scadrial, Mistborn Adventure Game Podcast. I'm your host and narrator, Trevor, and with me I have the Fluffles Gang.
Hi, I'm John. I go by Clovermite Online, and I play Tony Darkomancy.
I'm David, and I play Lord Falcom.
My name is Brian, and my character's called Tajmil.
I'm Kelly, and I play Merda.
Let's jump back in. How do you guys want to go about entering into this? It's the night of the party. We are ready to go ahead and get started, and everybody's going to be getting to their places and getting ready to go. Do we want to start with Tony and Merda?
Yeah.
Sure.
And to describe my outfit, Tony is wearing a luxurious, slightly light, royal blue. It's like a royal blue tuxedo with, dark black but kind of shiny peak lapels on his tuxedo, and he's got like a frilly, fluffy white shirt underneath, but with room for a nice, we'll say a gold bow tie, and his top hat is actually also like a darker royal blue with gold trimming, and he has like golden threads, kind of lining the pockets of his tuxedo jacket and pants, and he's wearing like the really bright fancy I forget what the term for it, but the really lacquered type of tuxedo shoes as well. And he's got a flowing cape behind him as well that is navy blue on top, and on the inside it has some gold threads that kind of shimmer a bit. And for Fluffles, he, instead of his normal red bow on the rabbit pelt, and now there's 5 rabbit pelts tied to him since he's so big. Mm-hmm. And so instead of the normal red bow and ribbon, it's golden.
Kelly, do you want to describe Merda's dress again?
So Merda is dressed in an emerald ball gown that's floor length. She has sheer long sleeves, and it's the top part of her dress is embroidered with golden thread.
Do either of you want to kind of describe how the ballroom looks?
I'll leave that up to you.
Okay, so you walk in, and the most striking thing about the Lord Mistborn's mansion is that how much it's changed over the past 20 years. So you look towards the back of the house, and you can see obvious, rough-hewn log cabin style housing, and then over time, the newly added on parts of the structure have became more and more, I don't want to say industrial, but processed, and less rough material as time has gone by and lumber mills have started to get up and running, and it was less of a we need to get these houses up now and more of we can start to build the city. The mansion has kind of evolved with the city in that fashion. And so you are led to, when you arrive, instead of the front door that you've come in before when doing your business with the Lord Mistborn's mansion, you go to a side of the house where another path splits off that leads you directly into this ballroom, which is not as grand or as large as the ballrooms that you would imagine in the previous era maintained by the noble houses. There are no stained glass displays, no large displays of ostentation or wealth, but it is a very nice, well-lit area that has obviously been set aside for the purpose of gathering the town and having these sorts of functions and parties and balls to at least give some people who were used to that sort of decadence a small sense of the familiar, as well as to bring the community closer together. So there's nothing super fancy about it. Maybe a couple of windows that are curved arches instead of the normal square in the side of the room, but there's no sweeping tapestries, no golden decaled wallpaper or anything of that fashion. It's all, if not utilitarian, then very functional.
Okay.
You two walk into the ballroom. You see that on one side of it, a stage has been set up. There is a small collection of band instruments, a lot of woodwinds and strings, but the music has not quite started yet because you're fairly early to the occasion. You had to give your invitation to them when they walked in, but then they did recognize you as a guest of honor, and gave both of you a very particular yellow flower that was pinned to your dress and your lapel, to each of you. And Tony, the first thing that you notice when you walk in is that your mother is sitting at a table fairly close to the stage, and standing next to the table talking with a couple of the townsfolk is Jim Darkomancy. Jim Darkomancy is dressed from head to toe in pure white with gold trim. His jacket resembles that of a tuxedo and a suit coat, except in the very front where it would normally button, it has been tailored to resemble the last emperor's uniform, his war uniform of the white with the golden straps and the buttons going across in a very militaristic fashion. His top hat is pure white. It is very tall, but instead of the normal band of plain ribbon that goes around the side, there is lace embroidery that resembles the shape of a crown in gold at the bottom of the hat. And then the rest of the outfit resembles just a regular white suit that you would see complete with shoes, but instead of a normal cape that you might have on the back of a tuxedo like you've had before, he's also had a white cape tailored to look more like a mistborn or a mistcloak, and so it's got the strips flowing down, and as he's standing there by himself, with in the inside of the room, the individual tassels of this mistcloak keep writhing behind him as if he's flying through the air.
Tony immediately scowls at him. Not like trying to get his attention, but just involuntary, as he sees him, just immediately turns to a scowl. And then afterwards, Tony immediately runs up to the magicians to ask them if they know how to play the final Ashfall.
The final ash.
Go ahead and give me a charm roll.
Charm?
Yep.
Ooh, I finally got something. I got 3s.
Yeah, they do happen to know the song, and I assume that you're asking them to perform it when you're on stage doing your act?
Yeah. He's like, I want you to play this when I go up on stage to do my magic.
Yeah, they definitely agree to get that going for you when you step up on the stage.
Awesome. And then Tony goes back to Merda, and I assume there's tables set out for a banquet or something?
Yeah, there are tables. There's one head table that's sort of perpendicular to the stage on another wall of the room. You notice if you investigate closer, you would know that there is a spot on the table that's been saved for Lord Spook, and next to Lord Spook, Jim has been seated. But there is no place for you or the rest of the Lost Legends at that table. Instead, there is a table immediately beside the head table where you are able to find placeholders with your names.
So Tony just goes and sits himself down with Fluffles in tow and pets Fluffles. eagerly waiting his opportunity to go up on stage.
Merda, what do you do when you first get in?
I think she's gonna like stare at Jim for a little bit because I don't think she didn't realize how like influential he was because like his outfit is like very, very over the top. But yeah, after that she's gonna follow Tony to the table.
Okay, let's jump over to Lord Falcom and Tajmil. You are in the staging building that you met at the day before, not too far away, with everybody except for Glim, I think is the right one. Let me double check their powers. But he has been inserted on the wait staff.
Okay, awesome. Lord Falcom would suggest that him and Tajmil and Snee go in together, and the rest enter surreptitiously, and me and Tajmil can kind of distract some staff while they like sneak by or whatever. And we're going towards the Lord Spook's actual area.
Okay, so the house itself is inside of a fenced-in area. I don't know how detailed we got into before when talking about Kelly's solo episode as Merda, but there are a couple of balconies on the second floor that they know guards will come out of on part of their controls, as well as the windows all around the building don't seem to necessarily be guarded that closely when they notice somebody coming in. They did tell you that there is definitely a seeker on staff who reacted immediately to Lady Fatine's allomancy when she tried to breach when she came with Merida. But the one thing is that there's not necessarily any easy access doors that are out of the way to the old style of the house. They've built onto the front door of the house to build the rest of the mansion.
Okay. So did that mean that we didn't have to do a roll to have them get past the guards, or?
Well, you haven't quite gotten in yet, so I was just making sure that like everybody had all of the up-to-date information.
No. Okay. So, but we could go to an area of the mansion that's nearby, like closely
and you could
adjacent
possibly
to
even try and get into a window of the old style, because like I kind of imagine like it's back center, and they've like built onto the both wings of the house and then expanded in the front after building on the wings. And so the ballroom would then be like catty corner with that portion of the house.
Okay, because Lord Falcom is going to try and sneak, or like walk in with Tajmil because they're invited, and then say Snee is like a servant that we're bringing.
Okay, so you're going to go in through the ballroom.
Well, I thought that might be the easiest way to access it before I knew it was like adjacent in a yard surrounded, you know.
Yeah, the ballroom is definitely still part of the house. It takes up a whole long section of it, but like there's no access from that part of the ballroom to that part of the house. You would still have to go through the house to get in.
Okay,
does that
but
make sense?
but
I can
basically,
make a
yeah.
diagram for you if you'd like.
All right, but what I'm trying to do is go through the house as if we're trying to get to the ballroom, and then make up some excuse, go to like a side room, and then maybe sneak the rest of the crew through that way.
Okay.
Because I feel like if we walk in 6 deep and we're just like, yo, here's 2 invites, it's not going to go well for us.
Yeah, so you're either trying to make an opportunity for them to get in, or if that's not possible, them get in their own way and meet up in that section of the house, basically.
Yeah, and we can have some preordained signal, like we'll shoot Sonichu out a window.
Yeah, because I was getting ready to ask, like, where do I find all my abilities I've added to Sonichu?
You should have a character sheet for Sonichu.
I mean, but I didn't see anything under there. It's blank.
It's
It
under
just
powers.
says-
Speaking, Messenger Crow, Distraction Crow.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Gotcha.
Sonichu might be the most well-developed character here.
I mean, it's actually going to possibly come in useful because he can do distraction now.
I mean, after putting 15 plus advancements in him, I hope he becomes useful.
I keep forgetting I have it, though. Yeah,
So Brian, are you good with this plan?
I'm good with this plan, yeah. Just going to kind of play it out at first, see what happens.
David, give me a charm roll.
I'm not great at those. Sure. So I got a pair of 2s and a 5.
Tell you what, Lord Falcom, this party isn't really my sort of thing. I don't like to rub elbows with those kind of people, if only so they don't know my face. Some of them might bear some grudges from, well, anyway, I think that maybe you should take Lady Fatine in with you, and I'll go with the rest of these schlubs.
That's fine. I thought of you and thought you might want to come along. I guess you could pull yourself up to whatever window that we're going to go through.
And believe me, I am much better company than Tessie. Well, she's got me there.
I can't imagine you being wrong either. So, all right, we have our general plan then.
Okay, and
And Tajmil, don't steal anything. Just play it cool.
For now, I'm going to be looking for good places to set up that movie from the 90s about Christmas time, Boy Alone.
Achtung! Achtung! You take several pecks to the ear.
Alright, so we're ready to go. We'd probably time it for right after the party started, so like everybody's there already.
Everybody give me a spirit roll. Everybody, I mean, Tajmil and Falcom.
I got nothing. 4, 2, 3. Because I only rolled 3 because I have one spent, right?
I think your spent got reset overnight if you didn't reset any of those.
No, but I spent it today.
Oh, okay.
Or like during those beats that we did.
I got 2 2s and 3 6s and a 3.
Okay. So what ends up happening is you step forward and you present your invitations, and you are not able to flat out convince them that she should be allowed in as your guest. And then Lady Fatine steps between you and the doorman, and she starts to flirt with him a little bit and starts talking about how she seems to have just left her invitation in the carriage, and she doesn't want to make a big deal about it, and she doesn't want to get any of the servants in trouble or anything like that. And as she's able to do that, Tajmil, you see an opportunity to just quick as a whip step forward, snatch an invitation out of where he's been collecting them, and then just say, "Oh, I found it. Here it is. We've got it for her." And so you're able to get her in without a hitch. Fatine got
All
2
right,
3s on her charm roll.
Nice. So we'll go and try and find a convenient side room that like maybe has a way, an easy access out to the area we need to go of the old mansion. And hang our or do our little bird signal.
Okay, let's yeah, we can go ahead and resolve that. Give me a wits roll for both of you.
I got another pair of 2s.
I got 2 5s, a 2, and a 1.
Ooh.
Okay. So Falcom, you look around and you quickly see a door that you identify as being one that will be able to get you to the part of the house that you're trying to get to. As you get up to the door, you realize that it's locked. And so give me a physique roll.
Alright, guys. Watch my back, and he's gonna, motion so Tajmil and Fatine can look around and make sure nobody's watching him. And since they're there, he'll pop a little vial of metals.
And Tajmil, as you help move through the crowd, you kind of go into this mindset that you find yourself relying on when you're flying through the air and trying to determine different anchors and stuff. And you just kind of float through the crowd. And as you do this, you feel very confident that not only have you been able to not draw attention to yourself, but you feel certain that nobody at this party has even noticed you.
Okay. Sweet.
Alright,
So I
Trevor,
like it.
I got 3 2s, that's my favorite number tonight, and 2 nudges.
Yeah, with the 2 nudges, you're able to break the lock on this door pretty easily and get it open, and you slip through with Lady Fatine and Tajmil behind you. Let's jump over to Tony and Merda. You see Lord Falcom and Tajmil come in with Lady Fatine. Are you reacting to that in any way?
Tony immediately stands up and shouts, "Lord Falcom!" and waves at him.
I think Merida's gonna grab him and pull him back down to the table.
What? It's Lord Falcom.
Yes, but don't notice him. Don't make a scene yet.
Oh, right. Trying to be sneaky. Got it.
Merida shakes her head.
Sorry, Lord Falcom. I didn't mean to call attention
Merida's gonna
to
slap
you.
her hand over his mouth and just be like, Tony, sit down.
Tony sits down.
As you are shouting, a head kind of turns from the other side of the room, and Falster Bornham gets a big smile on his face, and he comes and sits in front of you, and he leans forward. Hey, I'm glad to see you here. First off, I do have something for you. And he pulls out 1 charge of the flash paper and 2 of the fireball charges for you, and passes them across the table. I thought you might need these for tonight.
Wow, thank you so much, Mr. Bornham, and Falster, and he gives him a big hug again and shakes his hand. This will be so useful. I was trying to make my own at home, but I couldn't figure it out.
Oh, you didn't burn the place down or anything, did you?
No, I found out that mud definitely is not set on fire.
Oh, well, I hope that you were able to get it all cleaned out of there, because that doesn't sound like it'll be very good for the mechanisms. But I also wanted to say that I met your cousin, and boy, he's kind of a stick in the mud, isn't he?
Yeah, we're not exactly on good terms.
Well, I got your back tonight. I'll be rooting for you the whole way. But I do gotta say, at the very least, that's kind of intimidating with the tassels that just keep waving.
Don't worry, with this is gonna be some of the best magic anyone has ever seen. And Tony immediately starts he cleans out a little bit the device after Falster tells him it needs to be cleaned, and then starts reloading the charges.
Well, yeah, I'm really looking forward to your show, and best of luck with everything here. If you need anything, I'm just right over there at that table with my wife.
Oh yeah, did you bring any? I forget. Does he have kids?
Yeah, he definitely has kids.
Oh, did you bring the little ones? I'll come meet them.
Oh no, they stayed at home this time. It's not often that we have a chance to get out like this. So any opportunity that you get, you take it.
He's single, isn't he?
No, he is
does?
a wife.
He seems so suspicious.
Faust?
No, you've met his
I?
wife, or at least Tony has.
Yeah,
And
we
he's
met his
specifically
wife.
saying he's getting out without his kids with his wife.
Oh, okay.
Like he's
Yeah,
specifically saying, no, we left the kids at home because we wanted to spend time
Nice.
together.
Well, I'll come over and say hi to the missus then. Is it Rose? I
Sure, and
forget
he
her
takes you over, and I don't think that we really need to necessarily roleplay that, but you spend some time talking with them. Merda, is there anything that you're trying to do or anyone that you're trying to talk to during the party?
I think Merida is gonna go ahead and try to examine the stage and try to find points that would be probably good to start a fire, like any easily flammable stuff or fabric or anything.
Okay, go ahead and give me a wits roll.
Okay.
I have to take note of the irony that the Tony's goal is to become famous, and everyone else's goal here is, okay, sure, you'll be famous, but as someone that no one wants around because he sets the building on fire.
More infamous than anything.
Yeah.
I got 2 nudges.
Poor Tony.
I can use those and re-roll, right? Okay,
Yep.
and I just re-roll 3 of them.
Yeah, that's correct.
Oh, I got 2 5s.
Okay, you notice that there is a, in the very back, there is a collection of, different, like, fabrics and things that could be used to do, like, a curtain across the stage, if they so wanted, that are hung up on this movable rack that they haven't put in place in front of the stage. So the curtains in the back are, definitely, like, up against the wall, fabric material. Might be a little bit harder to initially set on fire, but due to how heavy the fabric is, once it's going, it's going to be a lot harder to put out as well.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, let's jump back to Falcom and Tajmil then. Both of you give me a spirit roll.
Okay.
2 twos
Team got
again.
nothing.
Did you hear me, Trevor?
2 twos.
I got 6, a 5, and 2 3s, and a 2.
Okay, you needed the 2 threes. Somebody in the group did. So you get on the other side of the door, and very luckily, there is nobody there. Brian, go ahead and spend another one of your spirit.
Okay.
So you're standing in this hallway. You think that you're okay for the moment because it's not one of the ones that leads directly to the kitchen or anything like that. But you do notice that at the end of the hallway, it opens up into the main foyer where you would normally come in through the front door. There is a hallway halfway down going to the left and the right, and then there are rooms on the left and the right past where it forks off.
Okay.
Okay, and which direction do we know is the old mansion?
You believe that the front of the house should be to your right, and the back of the house should be to your left.
Okay, the front of and back of the old house that we're like.
Yeah,
supposed to be
it kept the
searching for
same
this stuff.
basic
Okay.
orientation. They just added on to the front.
Okay.
Yeah, so it should be to your left somewhere.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and I guess like try and find a side room that we can signal the rest of the group from.
Okay, go ahead and give me a physique roll. Tajmil, you can add +1 for your stealth acrobatics.
For physique? Okay.
Yep.
I got 2 4s and a nudge.
I got 2 5s, a 6, a 1, and a 3.
Okay. As you're walking through the hall, Tajmil leads the way, and he kind of just becomes the shadows. He is able to kind of scope out this hallway and jumps down it, pressing on the different parts of the nails in the wood and everything, coming up to these lanterns and putting them out as he goes, so you guys are walking through mostly darkness. But the end result of that is you're very confident that like nobody has seen or heard you, and you're able to make it to the far end of this hallway, which adjuts with the wall of the house where there is a window there. But as you get towards the end of this and you look down the hallway to your right, you do see a couple of people standing guard in front of a room about halfway down.
Okay. Is this going to be, let me ask you a question really quick. Is this going to be any information that's useful to the other members of the group? Because I do have a pen and paper, right?
I don't know if you do.
I mean, it's in my inventory.
If it's in your inventory, then yes.
Okay. Am I able to sketch out a quick map and let me see on, I got to check Sonichu to see what he can start doing on this. Messenger Crow. What is that? Which one? What does that mean again?
He can seek out people that he has already met and deliver messages tied to his leg.
Okay.
We were gonna use that once we find the side room to get the rest of the people to where we're at.
I'll still keep proceeding then, and I'll save that until we can get that and get a full map.
Let me go ahead and draw a diagram real quick here.
Okay.
Are we gonna actually utilize Roll20?
This is a room.
We've done it before.
I was like, I was doing a diagram too.
During our first big battle.
Oh yeah, we had to draw the river and the tree.
Okay, so that's basically how it looks. Is you've got a couple of rooms. You're coming from this direction. Here is the window that goes to the outside. And then this hallway right here to the right, further down it, is where you see a couple of people standing guard.
Okay.
Okay, and there's no rooms back towards where we are?
There are rooms that way, but they're not on the outside wall.
Okay. So, that's like a window in a hallway.
Yeah.
That Tajmil sees. Okay.
And we're coming from the arrows?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, and those are two guards, right?
Right.
Is there a way... And so I'm guessing that those two walls are parallel to one another. They're flush with one another at that gap.
What do you... Oh, yeah, those are definitely are.
I'm just saying, is there a way for me to angle a coin shot to distract them?
You might be able to, if you're trying to bounce it off a wall, that has a higher chance of backfiring, but you might be able to, like...
Even at an angle, though?
Well, just because it's going to make a coin when it sound when it ricochets.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
So, like, you have a chance for success, but I think there's also a higher chance of backfiring.
Yeah. What are you thinking, Lord Falcom?
I think we don't, reveal our presence if we don't have to. We need to find a way to, distract them. But I don't know if the coin shot is the right idea.
I've got a distractionary bird. That's one of my powers.
Okay.
So,
here's a crazy idea.
Dude, I've got it. So that's
All
a window.
right.
That's a window right there, right?
No, let me go through mine first. I said it first.
Okay.
You coin shot through the window, send Sonichu out screaming distractionary, also with a message to the people. Those guards go to investigate and look out the window at the bird that just flew out it, and it sounds like the bird broke the glass. And then we knock him out from behind and stuff him in one of those rooms.
Okay, that works. That works. I was going to say I steel run across the hall and go out the window, break it, hang on the outside, take my bird out, set him on the ledge, and have him just scream Octung. And when they come over, then I grab him and pull him out the window.
I think the steel running through the hallway and out the window is more of a they'll be aware of that first.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Let's do that.
Whereas a coin zipping by, they won't even see that.
So,
they'll hear the glass break, and then they'll see a bird flying around, and then it flies back out the window.
Okay. All right. Yeah, let's do that then. So
I think he
what
should
is
be
that gonna
screaming follow instead of Octung, though.
Yes, there you go. Follow. Yeah, that is more relevant. So then what
I
do I need
don't
to
know
do for
if
this?
it matters what the screaming bird is saying. I think I would just go look at the screaming bird.
We need to be careful from here on out when we use our allomancy as well, because they might have the Seekers up and running. Will get some cover from the party, especially with that pompous fool burning steel or iron or whatever it is he's doing to make his cape flutter. But I'm not as quick to knock them out without my pewter, and that might be a chance that we get given away.
I think that we're well enough prepared if we take 2 people from behind. Tajmil, only use your allomancy for the 1 coin push to knock him outside.
Do I have to drink a steel vial then?
Yeah, you'll say you already have drank one.
Okay. All right. So, what do I do for this roll?
If he's
Is
still
are we
pushing-
decided on this plan then?
What's that?
Are we decided on this plan then?
Yeah, I'm guessing that we're gonna knock
Do
him
you
out
have
when they
anything
go to
better,
look.
Fatim? I think that it's the best way to get to one of those rooms so we can quietly... I don't think we're going to find a way to distract those guards that won't cause them to come to us. So our best chance is to handle them quickly from behind, stuff them in that room.
The one factor that I might recommend is we get help to us before we try and take them out. Because if once we have Tame in here, then we'll be able to make full use of our powers without giving ourselves away.
But how do you propose we get them inside at this point?
She says, "Watch this," and she goes and she kind of peeks around the corner, and she's gonna need to do a physique roll for her +1. She gracefully just kind of leaps across the hallway in a flash. Her dark dress kind of like helping her blend in as she rolls close to the ground and is on the other side of the hallway. Really glad I didn't blow that roll and be like, "Oh, sorry guys, you blew it because the NPC did."
Oh man, that would have sucked.
It'd be like the Prince of Awesome. Hey, check this out. Oh shit!
Falcom is gonna mime opening the window so we can get the bird out.
Yeah, she walks over and she undoes a latch and the window goes up easy.
Okay, so is it safer to try and have the bird fly across, or should I try and roll across with the bird?
I don't know.
I'm gonna say
'Cause
Fatim can't really participate in this discussion from across the hall.
Well, no, I understand. I'm kind of asking Tajmil.
I was honestly thinking about, and I know, see, this is a part, it's a crow, I mean...
Will he be quiet as he goes outside to deliver the message?
He needs to be quiet?
Yes.
So we're not gonna knock him out anymore?
Not right now. We're gonna wait till they know where we are and at least can try and come from outside that window.
Oh boy.
That's why
oh boy.
Fatim rolled over there, is to open the window without alerting people.
Alright, so then I'm just gonna put a steel coin in his mouth and launch that son of a bitch as fast as I can out there. Or cop.
I don't think that's how the fast bird special works. I don't think you put it in his mouth. I think that you tie. First of all, what does the message say?
It's gonna describe the window that we're at, and I assume that the bird's gonna come back, so we're also gonna say follow the bird and give a rough description of the window, and we'll tell them that it's open.
I got a tertiary idea to this entire situation. There's this window, and we need to sneak past these guards, and that's the whole point, ultimately. Can we go out the window and sort of shimmy or hang and cross somehow?
You're still on the first floor for the moment.
Oh, well then why can't we just go out the window and then just go around it, look for another window?
I mean, we're gonna have to sneak by him then and then get outside, send the messenger, then find a window inside.
But I'm just saying, like, wouldn't it be better to maybe wait until we find the final area that we need to be? Then we can have a total map, essentially, of where we need to meet up through the chaos and everything.
I think once we get the copper cloud on us, then we can use our allomancy a bunch.
Okay, but I mean, wouldn't this be a prime opportunity for maybe me to lay down one of them bags of marbles?
That is your prerogative and your prerogative alone.
Ooh, I think I'm gonna do it. It's a pretty dark hallway, I'm guessing it. It's not like it's super well lit hallway, is it?
The one
I
you
would
came
do the
from is
bird
much darker.
message
The one that
first.
they're in is fairly well lit.
Okay, I'll put it in the dark hallway then. I'll put him along the dark hallway.
So right here.
One of the
right in
one
front
of the
of you
bags.
guys.
Right behind him.
Well, there's gonna be chaos. I mean, if this place is going ablaze, they're gonna be running all over the place.
Well, hopefully we're like somewhere more important by then.
So what's the plan then? Am I gonna send the bird out then, or?
Yeah, just send the bird out, tell it quiet, deliver the message to, I forget their names.
Okay. So then
Bliv and Taman.
Which role is that? Is that a Sonichu role?
I'm gonna give you a physique roll +1 for stealth acrobatics.
Okay.
So wait, you just throwing Sonichu towards the window?
Yeah, and I imagine that like Sonichu is used to this at this point.
Eat him out a window.
Yeah, and I imagine that Sonichu
that's how
just
birds
used
fly.
to that kind of treatment at this point.
This is true.
Like even
He
if
does
you're
just
not good at
throw
it.
Sonichu
I got
everywhere.
3 6s and 2 2s.
I'm sorry?
3 6s and 2 2s.
Okay, yeah, so you like right through the bullseye, like Sonichu understands what's going on, he kind of tightens up, gets as aerodynamic as possible. You toss him through, he doesn't even flap his wings until he gets out the window. I'm gonna give you guys a +1 to stealth if you want to try and make it across, just because that went off without a hitch with the 3 nudges.
All right, yeah, I definitely want to ride that momentum then.
Yeah, I'll get across too, I guess.
Go ahead.
Fleetus.
Can I get a +1 to physique for the stealth acrobatics?
Yeah, you get +1 for that, +1 for Sonichu's 1 going forward, and I think that about covers it for you.
Okay.
3 5s and a nudge for my physique roll.
Dang.
So I do a quick little combat roll across.
Oh. I got 3 3s, a 4, a 1, and a 3.
Yeah, that's fine. You get 3 3s is good. This is difficulty 2.
No, sorry. 3 6s, a 3, a 4, and a 1.
You can spend 2 of those 6s to re-roll the rest.
Okay. I was afraid I was going to get in a situation like this. I got 2 1s, a 4, and a 6.
Okay, with the nudge, what ends up happening is that as you go to jump across, you think that one of them caught you from the corner of their eye, and you see them start to turn their head towards you, but they're not 100% certain that they saw something.
Okay. I can live with that.
And let's go ahead and jump back over to Tony and Merda. Tony, you've been having your conversation with Falster and his wife. Oh, did I seriously close my notes with all of the names in it?
That's unfortunate.
Whoops. That's unimportant. So, as you are sitting there chatting, your mother walks over and puts a hand on your shoulder and says, "Excuse me, could I borrow my son for a few moments from you, lovely people?"
Tony immediately frowns and does the slow head turn in horror back to the voice that he recognizes. Hello, Mother.
Hello, Alphonse.
Told you to call me Tony. Tony, gives the placating smile back to Falster.
I have some things I would speak with you about.
Tony reluctantly drags his feet as he follows her.
Alphonse, you understand the position that I'm in, don't you? With your father in jail.
No.
Alphonse, our family house was not in a great position before the Cassandra. But a new world means unlimited opportunity. And your father was, albeit a tad aggressive, in situating the LaRue family to possibly flourish. We are on the precipice here. Our family could be made or broken in the next 20 years. And you are just playing fantasy to try and copy your cousin. And you're not even being successful about it. So, be honest with me, Alphonse. When does this farce end? When are you going to come learn about the family business and join the family truly and step into your father's role? Your sister does what she can, but she's only one person. We need a strong right hand, Tony, and I am giving you one last chance to forsake this silly dream of becoming famous and focus on helping your family.
Mother, you and I both know that I've never had a strong right hand. But I'm good at my magic, and you're gonna see the best magic show you've ever seen tonight. And then Tony uses one of his flash papers to, flash in her face and then scurry off while she's blinded by the brightness.
As you get farther away, you hear some regret in her voice as you hear the words, "So be it then." And I think that is a good place for us to call it this episode. Thank you everyone so much for listening. It's exciting to finally get into the meat of this thing, even if it's a little slow going. But I'm really excited to unveil some things, have some fun with some magic shows, and steal from Lord Spook. So we'll see everybody again in 2 weeks. Thanks for listening.
You.
Bye.
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 Mistborn and all related properties are owned by Brandon Sanderson and Dragonsteel Entertainment. The Mistborn adventure game is a product of Crafty Games. Special thanks to Steve Argyle for letting us use his artwork for the logo, and to Boardroom Design for putting the logo together for us. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter at LLOS Podcast, or give us an email at lostlegendsofscadrial@gmail.com. We hope that you'll like and share and give us a review on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you next time.
I am
Okay, I'm recording. So we talk about
Recording.
black magic, devil's food cake, birthday cake ice cream. with a
Have you
cherry
guys
on
ever had
top.
devil's food cake where they put actual deviled eggs in the cake?
Ew.
That sounds awful.
It's really pretty good. Oh, it's pretty good.
That sounds disgusting.
Sounds awful.
I would honestly try that.
Trevor, you enjoy food sins.
This is the guy who put ketchup in his milk
Blended pizza.
when he was 6.